Good morning, Barons.
On today's episode, we'll learn about some more BCC history,
Spark excitement for Baronpalooza,
talk about graduation with Mitchell,
and save chips.
I'm Maya Broadwater.
And I'm Jay Zimmer, and you're watching BCC TV.
Okay, Jay, what's going on in the news this week?
Volcanic eruptions and earthquakes have shaken Hawaiian residents as the Kilauea volcano came to life this week, spewing lava and toxic gas. Nearly 24 homes are destroyed as of Tuesday.
Childish Gambino returned to music this week, dropping a song and music video titled This Is America. The video's thematic visuals represent hot topics in the country such as police brutality and gun control, and are covered up by youthful school kids dancing and recording.
In BCC news, prom is today. Super psyched to see everyone tonight looking very tough. I also can't wait to see the mad rush to the attendance atrium following the conclusion of second period, as seniors with tickets get to leave early to prepare.
The Children's National Blood Drive will be at BCC from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on May 23rd in the front parking lot. All those 15 and older are encouraged to give blood, eat a healthy meal before arrival, and have a valid photo ID when donating.
Yearbook will be distributing your yearbooks around the 2nd to 3rd week of May. When picking up your yearbook, please bring valid ID and remember that family can pick up for family, but not friends. If you want to buy one, you need $100 in cash or check made out to BCC High School and bring it to Sophia Castro or Mr. Antonucci.
Graduation is on Tuesday, May 29th. Seniors, make sure you're on top of those final grade books, and the rest of us will hold on to the last few weeks we get with the legendary class of 2018.
Indeed. I'm not going to be here forever, Maya. CHIPS needs some help finding students to help it keep on keeping on. Let's give some time to one of BCC's storied publications.
BCC, we have a problem. Less than 9 kids are signed up for one of the longest running publications at our school. If no one signs up, the class will stop. Forever.
Save chips!
Camilo, for the last time, I'm graduating. What have we done?
Please, actually sign up, because then we won't have a class and we won't have chips. It's pretty bad, so yeah, sign up.
Chips and Queso got nothing on Chips and Submit.
I love spring festivities here at BCC.
Yeah, me too. Like the, oh, we only have one now.
Well, let's get hyped for the annual Baronpalooza.
Baronpalooza is a cool thing. You should come. It's pretty cool. It's fun. Come. It's cool.
I like glitter tattoos.
I know nothing about that.
But you should come, right?
You should come.
I should come for the glitter tattoos.
Baronpalooza. If you care about Jesus, go to Baronpalooza.
It's a pretty bold statement.
Come to Baronpalooza.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
You never been to Baronpalooza?
Well, I have. But
That's
I
a
don't
shame.
think I should.
You can put that in the
put that
video.
I can't wait for BCC's end of the year block party.
Nothing like seeing my beautiful front lawn covered in club booths, music, excitement, and those god-awful portables.
True, I miss all that green space.
Yep, but I miss a lot more than that green space. On that note, let's travel way back in time and get educated once again on BCC's origins.
Hey Barons, I'm stepping out from behind the camera again with some more not boring BCC history. Let's begin with the school mascot. BCC didn't originally have a mascot, so soon after BCC moved to its current spot, the students had to find one, and since they were now on East-West Highway, they decided on the incredibly inventive name of the Highwaymen. Just in case you don't know, a highwayman is basically another word for a robber. By 1940, however, students had had enough with the Highwayman name with the Tadler writing. The students of Bethesda Chevy Chase believed that a more pleasing and appropriate name would be more descriptive for a school of such caliber and ranking. So the school voted on a new mascot. The 6 options were Highwaymen, Buccaneers, Bulldogs, Blue Devils, Blue Satans, and Barons. Barons obviously won out in the end, and even though the school's mascot had just gone from one type of robber to another, I, for one, am glad they picked Barron's, since Roll Ron's has a much better ring to it than Roll Satan's. The next interesting story I have is about the fire of 1941. On the night of February 26, 1941, at around midnight, a senior named Wilson Everhart snuck into the building and stuffed a bunch of newspapers under the eaves of the 3rd floor. He then lit them on fire, setting the roof of the school ablaze.
This is the damage the fire caused to the school. It was isolated to the roof and didn't close the school for very long. However, the fire did cause a death. Remember John Adair, the first person to graduate from BCC and the first editor of the Tatler that I mentioned last episode? Well, after graduating from BCC, he became part of the fire department and was on the scene to fight the fire. He was rolling out hose lines when a drunk driver drove his car through the warning flares on the road, striking Adair and sending him flying 75 feet into a telephone pole. He did not survive. The driver of the car was somehow acquitted, but as for Everhart, the police eventually figured out that he'd set the fire and he was sentenced to 4 years in prison.
The Tatler took an optimistic stance on the issue, saying,
"Fellas and girls, let's stop a second and think how fortunate we really are. Over in Europe, kids get ready to go to school, but on arrival, they may find their school completely demolished by bombs from enemy bombers. Let's thank God that we live in America, where we can rest assured that our lives, homes, and public buildings are free from the merciless rain of bombers."
So with bombers and that interesting line of logic in mind, let's talk about World War II.
After Pearl Harbor, the students and staff of BCC were deeply committed to helping the war effort. Students were encouraged to buy war bonds and defense stamps, eventually raising enough money to buy an amphibious tank and 5 jeeps for the Army.
In February of 1942, the Montgomery County Board of Education voted to eliminate all holidays, including winter and spring break, so students could get defense jobs sooner.
BCC also offered special courses in 5 divisions: land, air, sea, production, and community. In them, students learned skills like Morse code, navigation, aircraft identification, blueprint reading, mechanical drawing, map making, photography, and how to use a radio.
Boys also did military drills during gym periods, and all physically fit high school boys were required to practice at least 1 hour a day on a commando course with 20 obstacles that had been built on the grounds by the shop classes. And when World War II ended, BCC's classrooms after 4 o'clock became the first location of Montgomery College. And one more thing, did you know that BCC actually had the best football team in the state back in 1944?
You see, they were the first Montgomery County school to even have a football team. Other area schools would eventually follow suit, but they only had 3 opponents that first year: Landon, Sherwood, and Mount Vernon.
BCC would go on to beat all of them for an undefeated first season. That's all the time I have for this week, Barons. Thanks again to the Chevy Chase Historical Society for providing pictures. Back to you, Jane Abbey. Woo!
You know, for your first time anchoring, you're not actually doing that bad.
Please don't mansplain. Up next, let's check in with some ladies helping to break down the patriarchy.
So I'm Claudia Frank, and I teach English and leadership at BCC High School. And this is my 4th year of organizing the Girls Leadership Workshop with Sarah Mahoney, another English teacher at BCC. So with the help of the foundation, we put together a week-long workshop that helps to build confidence and create community. And
I've definitely like gotten more confidence. Definitely, like you learn how to talk to like different people, and when I say that I mean like different people, like as in your peers, but also like adults, and you just make connections.
Allow the girls to work on their leadership skills and recognize their leadership potential. We do things such as yoga and mindfulness, arts and crafts. We do a community service event where they can really have their hands on and giving back to the community. We have various community leaders come in and provide not really lessons so much, but more so interactive experiences to show the girls what it really means to want something and be able to get it, but also to fail along the way and to recognize that as a really critical part of success.
That's probably what Neo watched before he wrote Miss Independent.
That's a stretch.
You know what's not a stretch?
What?
I don't know. I had something and I lost it. What's up with you this week, Mitchell?
Graduation, something many people have been graduating for a while now. And now that it's coming up, many seniors have mixed feelings about high school ending. Feelings mixed between wanting to leave and wanting to go and never come back. Graduation represents the ending of an important part of one's life, yet it also represents many new beginnings. With so many uncertainties ahead of them, I decided to go and get some surely insightful thoughts about graduation and what seniors will miss the most about the school.
What are you guys guys gonna miss the most about BCC?
Probably the people. The people were really nice, and I'm just gonna miss the people.
As opposed to what? The animals?
The endless staircases.
Oh, I thought you meant like people staring at you.
No.
Okay, moving on.
Only thing I'm going to miss is you.
Stop it!
You, Mitchell.
Stop it!
I'm gonna miss you on BCC TV, Mitchell.
Are you gonna miss me the most?
Yes.
Good answer.
The cafeteria food.
What are you gonna miss the most about this year's seniors?
How athletic they are. Most of them.
You're gonna miss the spot, aren't you?
I'm gonna miss almost everything. Okay, just forget it. Just cut it.
Wow, that went downhill really quickly. What are you gonna miss about BCC? You sound like one of those computers connecting to dial-up internet.
Miss playing lacrosse. Yeah.
You're gonna miss your boys?
Yeah, I'm gonna miss them real bad. It's gonna be hard not seeing them every day.
Don't worry, wherever you go, I'm sure there's gonna be many boys there.
I hope so. I'm never funny on camera. Or in real life.
I'm gonna miss really dry interviews that I get with students, and then I have to spend my time cutting you out of the footage. What are you gonna miss about BCC when you graduate, if you graduate?
If I graduate, I'm gonna miss the teachers the most, I think. Just all the fun times I've had with them and all of the work that they've totally excused me from and didn't make me do after 4 weeks of pneumonia.
So you're gonna miss being lazy and complacent, is what I'm hearing. That doesn't fly in the real world, buddy. Get adjusted.
I don't know. Very little, probably. Very little.
Oh, that's your homecoming, King. All 4 years.
Oh wait, didn't you get nominated too?
What am I gonna miss the most? Probably opening up Chromebooks to see 4 keys missing. Or maybe not even knowing whether the building is going to be -9 or 600,000 degrees every day. In all seriousness, it's been a great year making all these segments for you guys, and I hope you all enjoyed them. And for the last time ever, back to you, Jay and Abby.
A work of art like always, Mitch.
It's playoff season. Time to run Bethesda and grab those state titles. What's new with Barons Athletics this week, Joe?
Hey Barons, I'm back with another exciting week of sports. Our baseball team looks fantastic going to the playoffs. Last Sunday on Senior Day, they dominated Northwest 9-4 with senior Thomas Bear getting his 4th win of the season. And not only did they beat Northwest, they also beat Quince Orchard 2-1 last Monday with Brendan Hughes pitching a complete game. And with that win, BCC secures a first-round bye with the first playoff game on Saturday. Allied softball had a game last Tuesday in which Dr. Jones attended, and they gave her a heck of a game. They won with ease, finishing 24-10. Meanwhile, our softball team is killing it on the other side of the field. They won an easy game against Quince Orchard 9-2, and in BCC fashion, they locked up a bye and the #1 seed. The first playoff game is on Monday, so make sure to come out and watch them get the dub. Our men's lacrosse team had a game this past week and dominated, finishing a ridiculous score of 20-0 against Wheaton. Our women's team ran off a scared Northwood, beating them 14-0 before the game even finished. And last Wednesday, they absolutely killed Kennedy 18-2. Both our women's and our men's have games tomorrow against women, so you need to make sure you're there and watch them both advance in the playoffs. Frances Liedman. That is the name of the girl who absolutely dominated her gymnastics meet. County all-around champion, plus beam and bar champion, 6th place on vault, and 2nd on floor. The question we should be asking is, what can't she do? Last Wednesday, track had their best meet of the season with many runners throwing, or running, their season PRs at the county championship. Our first shout-out goes to sophomore Camilo Montoya, who absolutely destroyed the competition on his way to a county championship in the discus. Excellent work from the big fella. Second, sophomore Fiona Kelleher not only had a huge PR in the 300 hurdles, but placed 3rd at the whole meet in arguably the toughest event there is. If you don't believe me? Ask Nick Bailey. A huge shout out to the girls and boys 4x800 meter relays for placing 2nd and 1st overall, running their fastest times of the year. Last but definitely not least is sophomore Rosalind Vanderdoe de Willebois for running a huge PR in the 3200 with an amazing time of 12 minutes, 8 seconds, .32. Yet another very, very strenuous race. Well, that's all I got for you this week, Barons. Back to you, Maya and Jay.
Thanks for that, Joe.
Well, that's all for this week, Barons. Check back in next Friday for more news, updates, and humor.
Keep those standards high, BCC.
And keep the prom anxiety low.
I'm Maya Broadwater.
And I'm Jay Zimmer.
And we're signing off.